Occasionally, I'll be laying in bed, just pretending to sleep so the hat man doesn't look my way when my phone starts chirping and chiming. As a doctor myself, I understand I can't really just ignore it. What if it's an emergency that requires my expertise because it's related to my field? Like my crops are blighted or the crows aren't scared. But usually, it's not related to my field. It's related to my very real job, podcasting. And doing a podcast on dead people means that when someone dies, I hear about it pretty much immediately. I imagine there are times that I've been texted about the death of a celebrity before their extended families even know. And this is never more true than when a notable person dies, but their notoriety is tied to them being kind of a piece of shit when they were alive. And that's the case with today's subject, who is a cheater, a racist, a juicer, an abuser, an alleged sex offender, and equally, worst of all, a drag queen. That's right. Today we're talking about the WWFE's Hulkamania Hogan. The Amania is silent. Welcome back to Respect the Dead podcast. We don't.
Aww. Sweaty. It's no surprise that everybody celebrated your demise, and now worms are eating your eyes. So don't you worry your rotten head as you sleep in your sodden bed. It's time to respect the dead. It's time to respect the dead. It's time to respect the dead.
Yay!
This is horrible.
I can't wait to hear about him. He's perfect Respect the Dead fodder because he's a clown.
Homeboy went outside like this.
He's a clown. Was.
The way he's supposed to be like masculinity. I love it. This masculinity could be a little more toxic, I will say. But not anymore because he's dead.
And it could use a little bit of like a green primer.
Oh God, he's giving
rotisserie chicken.
I was about to say he's giving cooked Turk.
Yeah.
So his real name is Terry Bollea.
Terry.
Yeah, Terry's a hideous name.
He looks like a Terry though.
Yeah.
He looks like a male Terry. The women, the lady Terrys I know are like always like sweet boomer ladies.
Not Terry Hatcher.
Oh.
Yeah. And not Terry's chocolate. Oh, he does look like Terry's chocolate orange.
I think that Terry from Terry's Chocolate Orange is a male Terry.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Definitely.
So he was born August 11th, 1953 in Augusta, Georgia, to Peter Bollea, a construction foreman, and Ruth Moody, who worked as a homemaker and dance instructor.
Moody's a great last name.
I know, right?
Ruth Moody. She sounds like she writes like erotica for women.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty much skipping over his entire childhood because it's just not interesting.
Like a normal childhood.
Yeah. He was in high school. He was into wrestlers.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he do wrestling in high school? Okay.
He also attended wrestling events at the Tampa Sportatorium.
Being from South Florida,
is an insane word. Sportatorium?
Sportatorium isn't. Look how I didn't even blink at that because he's from South Florida.
Sportatorium. I'm using down at the Sportery.
This man is the most South Florida man there has ever been, and Sportatorium sounds like something that we would come up with.
I'm gonna go down to the Lashatorium to get my lashes done.
The Lashery.
The Lashery.
Wait, that's French. That's French.
While there, down at the Sportatorium, he had an encounter with superstar Billy Graham, who is not a superstar. That's just his weird little wrestling name.
Right.
Whose aesthetic and inhuman physique inspired him. And I have to say, at 16, I was also interested in the physiques of 40-year-old veiny men with mustaches. So...
And I never stopped being.
Yeah. And I think that's probably the last time I'll find this man relatable, but it is very relatable.
Yeah.
The scales are pretty fucking even at the end of that one.
If you as a teenage boy are into muscly, veiny, mustached men, it really goes one of two ways. Yeah. Gay or evil. And sometimes both.
And those are my favorite kind of gays and evils.
The two genders.
Gay and evil. Gay and evil. Terry pursued music for a decade while playing fretless bass in Florida rock bands while attending college, eventually dropping out of the University of South Florida when music commitments interfered with his studies. Mm-hmm. In 1976, he formed the band Ruckus with 2 local musicians, which became popular in Tampa Bay and attracted audiences, including professional wrestlers who frequented their performance venues. So, like, they would know him from the Sportatorium, so they would come down and see his local shows. Like, there was like a community that was
the
forming.
subtext that is happening here is all of these guys were doing meth in the bathroom together.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I hear South Florida and, like, a band that a bunch of wrestlers follow for some reason. They were all doing meth in the bathroom.
Smoking rock, juicing, getting so juiced.
Those teeth are ground to a fine pulp.
Oh, absolutely.
Nubs.
And the strongest, gummiest veins left in their place.
Oh, my God.
Terry trained at...
Strong gums is filthy. That idea is disgusting.
Hey, Daddy, strong gums.
Getting a grinder message from, like, a little old man who's like, wait till I take out my dentures.
Oh, you better believe these gums are thick. Bloody. Terry trained at Hector's gym during his spare time, developing his weightlifting routine, while notable wrestlers Jack and Gerald Briscoe attended his band's shows and were impressed by Terry's physical build. He's a grown man being like, wow, you have such a great physical build.
This sounds like a homoerotic 80s movie.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Also, like, all of these, like, name-dropping, like, notable wrestlers and stuff. I'm sure this hits hard if you actually know who any of these people are.
I do. And I refuse to Google a single one of these people.
Oh, my God. Jeremiah Stronggums? I know him. I loved him as a kid.
Not superstar Jeremiah Stronggums. Oh, and his, like, evil counterpart, Wet Gums. So they're...
No, his evil counterpart is Terry All His Teeth.
Oh, no. Terry All Teeth.
Terry All Teeth.
Terry's physical build, so they were, like, super impressed by it. So they recommended him to Hiro Matsuda. Hiro was the trainer for wrestlers in the Championship Wrestling from Florida, CWF. In 1976, they all together approached Terry about attempting professional wrestling, and he accepted their proposal. During his first training session, Matsuda deliberately broke his leg as part of the rigorous initiation process, common in wrestling training, apparently. And after completing 10 weeks of intense physical therapy rehabilitation, he returned to continue his training and successfully defended himself when Matsuda attempted to break his other leg.
It's so funny because it's, like,
it's so
patently
unhinged.
evil. Like... But it is like, this is how you make a monster.
Yeah, that's how you make a man. What's the difference?
You
None.
abuse a young man.
Listen.
That's why most of them are monsters.
Break me once. Shame on you. Break me twice. Also shame on you. Yeah. But it is the victim's fault. Yeah. Like, there's enough shame to go around for everyone. Hi, victims. Here's your shame. I'm sorry. It's so funny. If someone broke my leg... During hazing, they would never walk again because I'd shoot them with my handgun, which is what I call
my gun.
Which is
what I call my 2 fingers and my thumb.
I stole that from Brona. From Brona is Gay. So in 1977, after over a year of training with Little Miss Femur Snapper, the Briscoe brothers visited the gym, and Jack Briscoe presented Terry with his wrestling boots, which is so funny.
That's so cute.
I love the idea of, like, somebody showing up and being like, here's your like sacred object to take on with you now that you've completed your journey. And it's like gold lame boots or something.
Yeah, here's your little booties.
Like, drag. This is drag. It's bad drag.
Yeah.
But it's drag. Drag is art, except when it looks like this. Then it's perverted.
Even an actual drag queen doesn't become a drag queen when somebody's like, here's your shoes.
Yeah. That actually happened to my friend Hedwig in the Angry Inch.
Here's your beautiful little heels.
Here's your Angry Inch.
Here's your kinky boots.
So They gave him the boots and they're like, your first professional match is next week. But obviously all wrestlers need like a super stupid persona. And Terry decided to be the Super Destroyer, taking on a hooded character originally created by another wrestler and then later used by various other wrestlers. Sort of like how there are like 300 Spider-Mans in the Spider-Verse or whatever, but like worse.
Or like 007 is they say it's like a title, not a person.
Yeah. Terry eventually left the CWF due to conflicts with Matsuda, like how he was pushing and also
like how he's always breaking his legs. Yeah. Wow, a guy like that is difficult to work with. Color me shocked.
He considered him overly demanding, which is, I mean, pretty fair when someone's about to break your legs.
Somebody's like, you have to be good enough or I'm going to snap your femur.
Yeah. He took a break from wrestling to manage the Anchor Club, a private establishment in Cocoa Beach, Florida, for Whitey Bridges, which is a person's name.
When you want your son to grow up to be a racist.
Yeah. Whitey Bridges.
Yeah.
And the two became close friends who eventually partnered to open Whitey and Terry's Olympic Gym. It's just a bad name. Just a bad
Whitey
name.
and Terry's
Like,
Olympic
I guess it does
Gym.
what it says on the tin.
Yeah, but
like a little creative would be okay.
Yeah. It also does kind of sound like it's owned by the mob.
Oh, absolutely. That sounds like a front.
Yeah.
He moved, and it might be.
It might be.
He moved to Cocoa Beach, which sounds like it's in Mario Kart, but it's actually in Florida, which I imagine a lot of the places in Mario Kart could also exist in Florida.
100%.
The only place with worse drivers than Mario Kart, I would imagine as well. I've never been there, but every time I see like man drives through Subway restaurant or whatever, it's always Florida.
Yeah. It's a combination of like people who are incredibly impatient and always drive at 90 miles an hour and then old retired people who can't see the road who drive at 40 miles an hour.
And they're all on meth.
Yeah. Oh my God.
In like
so
120 degree weather.
Yeah. So much, and it's humid.
Ugh.
Like 90% humidity.
That explains the bandana.
You got to wick that sweat.
Yeah. But he didn't want to just work at a gym. The like sexy steroids pumping through his veins.
Yeah. He wanted to be a star.
Wanted to like hurt people.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, same thing.
Yeah.
In wrestling.
In wrestling.
So Terry called superstar Billy Graham and asked for help getting back into the biz. And Billy found him a gig in Alabama.
Not Alabama.
Yeah.
One of only a handful of places worse than Florida.
In Alabama, Terry and a man named Ed Leslie, it could go either way.
Edley.
Les Edley performed under the ring names Terry and Ed Boulder.
Sorry, say those names again.
Terry and Ed Boulder, marketed as the Boulder Brothers tag team.
That's so cute. They sound like they have a circus act, like a little vaudeville act.
I know.
I love that.
Apparently, people thought they were really brothers because of how convincing they were, but I'm pretty sure people just assumed it would be kind of random to lie about that. Like, it's pretty believable that two men would be brothers.
I assume they're both white guys.
Yeah,
too.
and there's also a lot of other.
They probably look.
There are other
similar.
brother wrestlers, right? Like the Hardy brothers, I would assume.
Yeah, when they're not
Tom and Ed,
crimes. Tom and Jerry
Hardy.
Yeah,
brothers. Tom and Jerry brothers. The brother brothers.
Brothers that we know, the brother.
The brother brothers from Oak Brother, California. Yeah, it would be very weird to be like, why? Like, they're lying. They couldn't really be brothers. It's like anybody could be brothers.
Yeah.
Literally anybody. You don't even need to be related to each other.
You could be brother.
Yeah.
You could be blood brothers.
Blood brothers. You can be marriage brothers.
Brothers in arms.
Butt brothers.
Yeah.
So the two of them moved to Memphis, where Terry appeared on a local talk show alongside Lou Ferrigno? Sounds Italian.
Yeah, Ferrigno.
From The Incredible Hulk, with the host
cute.
noting that Terry's 6'7", 295-pound frame with 24-inch biceps actually dwarfed the Hulk.
That's too many inches. That's too big.
Yeah.
That's too tall.
I know.
Oh
and
my God.
This led to somebody backstage being like, you should call yourself Terry the Hulk Boulder.
Terry the Hulk Boulder.
Yeah, and that's how he got the Hulk.
He's workshopping it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's workshopping. I mean, it's amazing that his heart took all that juice for as long as it did.
I know.
But, like, it's amazing his heart took being 6'7" for as long as it did.
Oh my God, he must have been so lightheaded when he stood up. and like went up like
That's giant level.
Yeah.
That's like where you're not expected to live past 25.
Yeah.
Also, it's amazing. Like, again, was like so pumped up that like his limbs look super short. I would tell you that man is 5'8".
Oh yeah,
6'7".
there could easily be Buck Angel.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Like, because this is why when you bulk up too much, it makes you look shorter. If you get too muscly.
Probably not for him.
Shorter.
Not in person.
Not when he's in the room with you. Yeah. But in pictures, he looks shorter than he is.
Not when he's in the room with you and his like back is pressed against the ceiling and he's like looking down
he's, like,
at you
hitting
at
the
like a 90-degree angle.
I don't think he could get into my old apartment. I think he would have to wait for me outside.
Oh my God, he would have had to walk in the door like, what's from It Follows? When Little Miss Tallman decides to walk into the room. Yeah. And has to like bend over completely and like force his way through. He's probably dead now.
Probably.
So tall.
Very tall.
You know what?
They don't live long, the tall ones.
Life gives and life taketh away.
Much like the tiny little mammals who survived the dinosaurs. Like us little ones, we live longer.
Yeah.
We just crawl out from our little cracks in the ground, our little holes.
Somebody remind me to do a Respect the Dead on the dinosaurs at some point.
I was thinking of that literally yesterday.
I think we were talking
about it because we were talking about going to the Natural History Museum.
Oh my God, live streaming from the National History Museum and being like,
dead.
In fall 1979, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Terry Funk introduced Terry the Hulk Boulder to WWF owner Vincent J. McMahon. I remember this guy, who was impressed by his physique. Everybody keeps saying that.
Because he's like, it's so easy to be impressive when you're just big. Like, fuck that.
I know.
I have to actually develop a personality. Well, okay, I will say Hulk Hogan did have a personality.
Yeah, just not like a good one.
Which is better than having none. Having a bad personality is better than having no personality.
That's true. It gives you something to work with.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon wanted to use an Irish surname.
Also terrible person.
I know.
Awful person.
Yeah.
Still alive, though.
Unfortunately.
Can't wait for his episode.
So McMahon was like, I want you to have an Irish nickname, or Irish last name, and to dye your hair red. But Terry refused due to his already thinning hair. He was like, well,
it's not good for
he
my
was like,
hair.
I'll be a blonde Irish. And then just wore his little bandana.
Sure. Yeah.
And thus, the drag queen known as Hulk Hogan was born. Let's take a little break. Let's get Feria Blondissima. Feria Blondissima. I love Feria Blondissima. Feria Blondissima.
Gorgeous name for a girl.
Oh my God.
Feria Blondissima.
That's so pretty. The shampoo is silent.
Gorgeous name for a gay Italian baby. Most Titanic narratives end with the survivors being picked up by the Carpathia in the early hours of April 15th, 1912. But that's where my new podcast, After Titanic, begins. Because so many fascinating things happened in the aftermath of the Titanic disaster. From the official inquiries by the American Senate and British Board of Trade, to the dozens of film and television adaptations, to Bob Ballard's expedition to find her, which was actually a covert mission to recover 2 lost U.S. nuclear submarines, to the doomed expedition aboard Ocean Gate's Titan submersible. My name is Amanda Hoopman, but a lot of my friends call me Hoots, and Titanic has been one of my special interests since I was about 8 years old. So join me as I go on a deep dive into everything that happened after Titanic, premiering spring 2026.
Okay, and I'm done talking about his wrestling career because I do not care. I just knew that the wrestling fans would not. They'd be like,
we have
sorry.
to say why he's famous.
Yeah, exactly.
Because otherwise it just turns into us talking about random dead people, and then we could just be talking about somebody we know.
Yeah, which I will do at some point. I have like a specific family member when they die. We're going to have like a 4-hour long episode. It's going to be sick. It's going to be unhinged and several people are going to unsubscribe.
I actually had somebody in our like one of our fans ask if we would do like non-famous people that
like
they
their
know.
mom or something?
Yeah. They're like, would you like, if we gave enough on Patreon, would you do somebody that we chose that wasn't famous? And I was like, no, we won't, but I'm happy for you.
I'm like, sorry, your mom's a dead turf, but like,
I'm so
we're not
happy
doing
for
that.
you.
I'm so sorry.
When it happened, it hasn't happened yet, but I'm like, I will be looking out for the episode that you make.
Oh yeah.
Send it to me.
Oh yeah. We'll listen.
I will listen to fan made eps. Like legit.
If you want to send me an episode, and just so you know, any episode you send me is copyright Killing Conrad. Just so you know. Anything in my email I own. But I will listen to it, and I might even steal it. But not if it's about one of your family members.
If it's about one of your family members, we'll just listen and laugh and then never speak of it again.
No, and we won't even tell you we listened to it. But you'll know by the twinkle in our eye.
Yeah.
By the twink in our eye.
Ow!
Ow, there's a twink in my eye.
Going to use the mirror and a flashlight. Can you pass me a flashlight? I think I've got a twink in my eye.
Just like, hi. Okay, so no more about his wrestling career, because I literally do not care, and you do not want to watch a homosexual who hates sports explain a fake athlete's scripted accomplishments after reading a Google AI overview of them.
Right,
like,
exactly.
I have no idea. I have no understanding of what happens in wrestling other than it's fake.
Yeah.
And people like that, even though they know it. That's as far as I got.
Yeah, I don't care.
So instead, we're going to talk about who he was. A huge man.
And a human piece of garbage.
Yeah.
An adult human garbage.
Well, and that's a shame. He was a piece of shit, but it's a really it's a shame because that's a lot of man to waste.
Yeah.
That's so much man.
6'7" of man.
That's like ordering a meal and it comes out likely sprinkled with like rat poopies all over it. Like, sure, it's not the whole meal, but like it's obviously all ruined. I guess you could pick them off, but it's just tainted in your mind now. You got to throw the whole thing out.
I don't want to pick off his rat shits.
Yeah. So let's start off with the fact that he's a little fibber. He's a little...
Oh, sorry. Somebody in professional wrestling lies.
He was like, homie was like renting out a 2-bedgie in the falsatorium, like full on, like... Mm-hmm. So the Independent said, a great believer in self-mythologizing, Hogan was known for stretching the truth about his already remarkable life, often to outrageous extremes.
Professional wrestling.
Yeah. Like, for instance, he said he did not use steroids. Or he would go around saying he had a 10-inch dick. Which I guess people believed, because if you're tall, right?
I could believe it because he's tall. Like, but not to say that all tall people have big dicks. No, they don't.
That's not true.
But very often they are proportional.
Yeah. In 2012, when Gawker published part of a leaked sex tape featuring Hogan and Heather Clem, that both parties said they were not aware of was being made, so fuck you, Gawker, he sued the woman's husband as it was clear he was the one who had planted the camera. But in the lawsuit, financed by billionaire Peter Thiel, after they went after Gawker for $100 million for defamation, loss of privacy,
it's a real gallery of rogues here.
Yeah,
no,
I know.
Like, everybody sucks here situation.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole? Everyone's the asshole. Yeah.
Everyone asshole here.
Everyone
as they
asshole
say
here.
on the subreddit.
Oops, all assholes.
During the trial, he was forced to admit that he in fact did not have a 10-inch dick. He was like, no. Hulk Hogan has a 10-inch dick.
Oh, my character.
Me, little Terry Bollea, does not. I can see how that would be confusing for someone who doesn't know about lying about dicks.
Right. He's playing by Marilyn Monroe rules.
Yeah.
Like, Marilyn is the character.
Mm-hmm. He was quoted in court as saying, I do not have a 10-inch penis. Terry Bollea's penis is not 10 inches. How long is it? I was totally Hulk Hogan during the interviews because I wasn't at home in my private house.
My private house.
When I'm at home in my private house.
Sorry, I'm going to my private house
with
now.
my average penis.
I want to know how big the actual dick was.
It was like 6
Just
inches.
average 6?
Yeah. Just like a...
Ooh, that's rough when you're 6'7".
know.
Because like 6 is like a decent size.
Yeah.
But like
not
when
if
you're
not if you're 7 foot tall.
Yeah, it looks tiny. It looks like a 2-incher.
Little tiny terrible is.
Oh. Also, I need to know if it was thin or if it was a Coke can. That makes a big difference.
Oh, that makes all the difference.
Yeah. But again, on somebody who's 6'7", it would look like one of those like little Lego pieces.
Yeah.
That,
We're going to have to
like,
dig
makes-
them up and find out.
Yeah.
I wasn't at home in my private house. I find that
I love
so
that.
funny.
My private house.
I'm like, you can't say that to me at my home in my private house.
I'm going to my private house. Get out of my private house.
He also lied about weirdly verifiable things that, like, you would expect to come out. Like, you don't expect people to find out your
How
dick
big your
size.
dick is.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, that is like somebody who lies for the love of the game.
Oh,
and I
absolutely.
honestly have to respect it. Like somebody who lies about like really obvious things.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I respect it.
He would be all like, nice George Foreman grill you got there. It was supposed to be the Hulk Hogan grill, but I missed their call, so they went with George as a backup. No big deal. Just remember that.
No, I love that. I love stupid, like pointless lies. Absolutely pointless.
I love it. And like,
Yeah.
obviously, the inventor of the George Foreman grill, which I don't know if people know this, was not George Foreman. Was like, no, we've never considered Hogan.
No, he
Not
was
for a
just
second.
like, he was the spokesperson for it, right? Yeah, like,
And I don't think
This is
that
so
it would have
good.
sold
No.
as well as the George Foreman.
people who worship Hulk Hogan don't want less fat on their chicken breast.
Absolutely
They
not.
want deep fried chicken
Yeah.
wings.
I
And hot sauce.
trusted George Foreman. Foreman sounds like,
Yeah.
I guess I'm sort of like, this is a backwards association, but I'm like, I don't know. There's something about the name George Foreman that sounds like it's associated with a grill. It might have been the George Foreman grill.
Yeah.
He also said that he was offered a spot in Metallica playing bass, but turned them down.
Amazing. That's amazing. Like, oh my God, he is a drag queen.
I know, I love it.
And is WWE just drag for straight people?
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah. All the kayfabe. All of the characters feuding.
He also said, like when he said that about Metallica, both Lars Ulrich and James Hetfield each like popped up out of nowhere. I'm like, no,
No.
lies, full lies. These are exact lies.
We want nothing to do with him.
And in a completely different trial, it came out that Hogan actually lied about not using steroids. In fact, he loved them.
Well, obviously.
I think this trial was about Vince McMahon, I think was being either sued or there were like criminal charges going on where he was accused of giving steroids to wrestlers in his little federation. And Hogan was like, listen, I was on steroids, but I did not get them from him. He never offered them to me. He would not have given them to me. And that's why I had to go get them somewhere else. Like he admitted this as like in his defense as a character witness.
Wow.
Basically, right?
Wow, what a good friend.
I know.
Hulk Hogan. He's got your back.
Yeah. According to Hogan, Elvis Presley was a huge Hulk Hogan fan, despite dying literally
gonna say, didn't
2
he die in
days
the
after
70s?
Hogan's first match. So he was like down at the like Hulkatorium, like watching him wrestle on that one day.
Yeah.
Eating like a
His peanut butter deep
bacon
fried
sandwich.
peanut butter sandwich.
So good. I love like useless lies.
I
Like,
know.
just for the love
It's
of the
camp.
game.
It's camp.
It's so camp. My favorite little lie of his is that he was such a fucking girl boss that he worked 400 days a year. And when asked
did you
how
do
he
that,
did
sweetheart?
this, he said it's because of like the time zones flying back and forth between the USA and Japan.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Like, I don't know if he understands how like
anything works.
countries,
His time
planes, the sun works. Because no matter how many times you fly back and forth, the Earth is still spinning at the same speed.
Yeah.
You're not like Superman when he flew around it to like reverse
turn it
time.
backwards. And you still have the same amount of hours in your day, no matter what.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
So good. Ugh, I love a liar.
What a stupid queen. I love him. No thoughts.
Oh yeah, I work 400 days a year.
Think about it. I haven't.
Bitch, you are a wrestler. You haven't worked one day this year.
No.
You are
haven't
playing
even-
pre-10.
You haven't even really been fighting. Unlike George Foreman, who was the boxer, right?
Yeah.
Like, so he was actually doing real
When
fights.
I go to work, I have to actually do things.
Yeah.
I have to sit in front of a microphone and talk.
I have to look at Wikipedia and learn about your life.
Hogan alleged he was approached to star in The Wrestler, a movie from 2008.
That What's-His-Face was in.
Mickey Rourke.
Yes. Apparently he was very good in that.
However, director Darren Aronofsky contradicted this claim, stating the part was created exclusively for Mickey Rourke, and Hogan was never under consideration. The amount of people who were like, no, not only did he not get the part, he was never going to be considered for even a second.
Without Mickey Rourke, the movie would not have happened.
Yeah.
Like, it was a part written for him.
Literally.
Very famously a part. This is it. Like, it feels like he's doing this on purpose.
I think it was a troll. Like, he was a shitposter.
Like, if he was like, I was briefly considered to play Fanny Bryson Funny Girl. But they went for Barbara over me.
You actually would not believe this, but originally I was going to play Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Xena.
But my schedule was too full.
Yeah, I only have 400 days a year. You can't spread me that thin. He also kind of lied about running for president. Do you remember this?
No.
Okay.
I wish he had. Fuck it. If we're going all in on the dark timeline, Hulk Hogan for president.
Instead of Trump, if it was Hulk Hogan,
honestly,
we would have been better off.
Probably.
100%.
I mean, he'd be dead now.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice if
I'm like hearing that, like, wouldn't it be nice? I'm assuming I can play that much of that song over this.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he'd call it a publicity stunt, him running for president, or announcing he was running for president if he weren't super dead. But it was a publicity
that's what Donald
stunt
would have said if he lost.
Centered around a lie. Yeah.
If he lost the first time. Obviously, the second time he was like, it's a steal. But the first time, I think he would have been like, it was a stunt for my Trump TV.
In 1998, Hogan shocked both the wrestling and normal worlds by announcing his retirement from professional wrestling on the Jay Leno Show's Thanksgiving episode, stating he had accomplished everything possible in the business and his family was financially secure. Hogan then revealed his intention to run for president of the United States, leaving even host Jay Leno momentarily speechless. And when asked about his political experience, Hogan simply replied that he was accustomed to making significant decisions. When Leno pressed about potential secrets from his past, Hogan deflected by criticizing President Clinton for having a midlife crisis and concluded by arguing that America needed a real American to prioritize the country's interests, with his political announcement receiving mainstream media coverage from CBS and generating legitimate speculation about his candidacy.
No more of these like aging men who are insecure in their masculinity. We need Hulk Hogan, the wrestler. We need a serious president.
Yeah.
We
Hulk
need somebody.
the Boulder Hogan.
Hulk the 10-inch boulder Hogan.
I have always said it's time somebody with a 10-inch dick got into office. And then Barack Obama did.
Yeah.
You know. That man is like 5'2" and 300 ounces soaking wet. And like 290 of those ounces.
It's always the lanky ones.
Yeah.
It's always the lanky ones.
Like Homeboy had to like roll down his pants because it was like hanging out the pant leg. He had to tuck it into his sock.
He's got the ears of a man with a
Oh
hog.
my God, yes.
When it looks like a cab driving down the
Also,
street
Abraham
with the doors
Lincoln.
open. Oh yeah, hog.
Oh,
Hog.
absolutely sicko. Like fucking like a Soda Stream can.
That's why Mary Todd put up with him.
Oh yeah. Also, they were like destined to be together because they had the same last name, which is a crazy coincidence.
Oh my God, that's why I'm still single. The only other Hootmans out there are my dad.
Ew. Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah.
So it seems like when he said a real American, he meant someone like Trump, as that's who he eventually endorsed. In a leaked video from an event, he's seen asking the crowd if they wanted him to body slam Kamala Harris repeatedly. And then he asked the crowd, is Kamala a chameleon? Is she Indian?
Kamala Chameleon.
He's like, coincidence?
I think not.
I not think.
Is she a chameleon? Is she Indian?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I have no fucking idea.
She is
and
Indian.
Then he raised his hand and went,
He asked if she was Indian and then did like a stereotypical, if we cut this out, did a stereotypical gesture.
An offensive
indicating
one.
that he was Native American.
Yeah.
And what, like, where does how even come from? Which language is that?
I'm not sure.
Because we always, white Americans always talk about it like it's like the general Indian greeting.
The way everybody talks about Native and Indigenous people is always like,
It's
they're one
disgusting.
group of people.
Yeah, they're one group of people.
Who were here first, and now they're not.
Until they want to justify
absolutely.
colonization.
And then they'll be like, oh, they were warring the whole time.
Yeah.
They're violent.
They were actually really violent and they
Yeah.
needed the white Christians to come in and get them to stop.
So speaking of racism, he loved the N-word. He loved it.
Oh, sounds about right.
Literally, like, using it on the radio. In 2016.
You can't do that, Hulk. That's
Not
how you
like
don't
it would
get
have been
invited
okay
back.
in 2015,
No.
but like he was not shy about it.
Jesus Christ.
And then audio was leaked of him using racial slurs in 2007 to describe his daughter's black ex-boyfriend. And I believe where this was recorded from was him talking in another room. And I might be wrong about this. I saw conflicting reports of where this came from. And I'm not sure. I'll explain why. I think, so his claim is that this leaked audio came from him in another room from the sex tape. So the woman he was having sex with, her husband filmed them to catch them cheating, leaked the sex tape to embarrass them both,
Right.
and then leaked the audio later that he found on like another part of the tape. Or it's possible it came from when they played these tapes in court when they were suing Gawker,
Okay.
who published it, because Gawker also released the audio.
Right.
They said Gawker got it from the sex tape, and therefore he was able to sue them because it was like from that like revenge porn material, right?
Like, make no mistake, what that woman's husband did was a sex crime.
Oh, yeah,
and what
absolutely.
Gawker did was a sex crime.
Yeah.
Like,
You can be a victim
And a
also a
perpetrator.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
In fact, most victims are.
yeah.
I always say this. As a victim, I speak for all victims when I say I'm a piece of shit,
Yeah.
and so are we.
Me too.
So this is the quote. And I will be saying the phrase N-word.
Where he is not
saying the
saying
word
N-word.
N-word. I mean, I don't have double standards. I mean, I am a racist to a point, fucking N-words. But then when it comes to nice people and shit and whatever, I mean, I'd rather if she was going to fuck some N-word, I'd rather have her marry an 8-foot tall N-word worth $100 million, like a basketball player. I guess we're all a little racist, fucking N-words. I'm sorry, a little racist?
Wait, where does the I guess we're all a little racist
Why,
come from?
why are you bringing me into this, sir?
Why am I being dragged into this? Are you
that's
just
just-
assuming I feel the same way?
'Cause I don't.
Because I very much don't.
I'm actually not concerned at all with who your daughter dates.
I would hope that my daughter would just marry somebody that she loves and who treats her well.
As long as they're a man. That's all that matters. And then more audio was leaked. Not from that tape. His son, Nick, was in jail after a serious car crash where he'd been driving recklessly one night after getting 4 speeding tickets in under a year.
Oh my God, where
And-
were you going in such a hurry?
Hulk Hogan gave him his car to use, and Nick crashed it with his best friend in the passenger seat. And he's like permanently disabled under nursing care for the rest of his life. Like, so he was in prison and had a call with his father. And the audio from, because like all the calls are recorded,
Yeah, of course.
the audio was leaked.
I think they tell you that when you get a call from someone in prison.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you get that like automated message that, like, this is the call from
Anon Syed.
correction also. This is how I know this from listening to Serial season 1 in 2013.
There was only one season of Serial, I will say. His friend's name was Nick Graziano, and Graziano's family sued
That name sounds really familiar.
him, obviously. No, not Nick Graziano. John Graziano. His son's name was Nick. And they sued Nick and the family upon realizing
Of course.
how much the cost of his
Medical care will be
healthcare
for the
and
rest
home
of his
care
life.
for the rest of his life, yeah. During the call, Hogan was recorded as saying, N-word, N-word. That means you are my best friend. Sorry, N-word with an A at the end, not the ER.
Okay, not with the hard R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then went on a rant about
It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that.
Not when you say it, bitch.
Well, also, even when black people say
no.
it, that's not what that means.
No. Then he went on a rant about how he was scared he'd come back as a black man in his next life.
What?
You know that God gave you this vibe and this energy that you and I are going to live forever, bro? I just hope you don't come back as a couple, I don't want to say it, Blazak Gazais. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, did he actually say it like that?
Blazak Gazais.
Blazak Gazais. Okay, that's hilarious. It's horribly racist. Also, like, imagine looking like this.
And saying that.
And saying, I'm afraid to come back as a black man. Sir, you are a rotisserie chicken man.
Like, he's
Beef
been tried the
jerkies.
fuck out.
Yeah. And tied them together.
So,
Jerky man.
he was fired for these comments. And when he pulled the whole, I'm not racist. I'm just human.
I have a black friend.
Oh my God.
I call him the N-word with the A on the end.
Yeah, that's how you know we're friends.
Yeah, that's how you know he's my best friend, actually.
So he did one of those white people apologies where he's like, listen, how could I be racist? I have not a racist bone in my body.
Oh, yeah.
Like when Lana
That's
was
not what's
accused
in
of
my
being
heart.
racist, and she was like, don't you dare accuse me of being racist. I've literally dated rappers. And it's like, okay.
Okay, sweetie.
Let's get you back into that Ocean Under Tunnel Boulevard or whatever the fuck.
I'm not racist. I have black employees.
I'm not racist. I'm human. I'm like, some humans are very racist, I will say. Especially those little white ones. I'm not racist. I'm just human. Oh my gosh. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I think if you look at the whole picture of who Hulk Hogan is, you can see over all the years that there's not a racist bone in my body. Technically, he's right. His bones aren't racist. He is. His silly little brain. His steroid-addled brain cooking in his little turkey skull on that rotisserie.
If I were his like PA, if I were his public relations expert, I would tell him to
His
just
pre.
his pre. If I were his pre,
If I was Hulk Hogan's pre.
then I would tell him to blame the steroids. I'd be like, my brain is so addled. I would tell him to pull like a Rosie with the Ambien.
I'm sorry, I'm so cooked.
My brain is so cooked that I said racism.
When fucking Rose McGowan was like, sorry about all my racist tweets. I smoked some weed.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy.
Iconic.
It's not, not the Hulk Hogan that rips his shirt off and bang, 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 slams giants, I'm Terry Bollea, Just because a person makes a mistake, just don't throw them away. You don't throw good people away. I refuse to believe that one thing that I did, which is not who I am, is the beginning of my demise. I think it's going to open up a lot of eyes, and I'm accountable. I did it. If I did it, I did it. I'll tell you I did it. If everybody at their lowest point was judged on one thing they said, and let's just say in high school, you may have said one bad thing, and all of a sudden, your whole career was wiped out today because of something you said 10 or 20 years ago. It'd be a sad world. People get better every day. People get better.
That is a Coke rant.
I know.
He did so much Coke before releasing that statement.
He then went on to say, black people shouldn't be allowed to use it either. Let's take it out of the dictionary. Let's not use it in popular rap songs or movies. I mean, if it's unacceptable, it's unacceptable, right? Yeah. I like how the end of his apology is like, listen, I think the real enemy here is black people. I don't have a racist bone in my body.
I was influenced by the rap music.
I do not believe he is listening to rap music. Like, I'm so sorry. When Hogan returned to wrestling, he delivered a locker room speech that the wrestlers present described as focused more on avoiding being caught on camera rather than expressing genuine remorse for the incident. Like, he was like, listen, guys, I'm so sorry about what happened to me. But what we need to make sure is there are no cameras around when we're talking.
So that it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, this is how you
Because
change.
my behavior, it's not going to change.
Despite this lukewarm apology, WWE continued allowing Hogan to make appearances until his final one in LA, where he was heavily booed by the audience and out of the building.
Yay, when was that?
That was 2011.
Oh my God. I was going to say recently, but actually not. Like 15 years ago.
Oh, recently.
Oh, recently. Oh.
And then we'll take a little break and then we'll come back.
Okay.
So here on Respect the Dead, we think racism is no good. In fact, I would even say, yes, bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my personal little beef with this fucking piece of shit is he was a union buster for the WWE, or it was probably WWF at the time, before World Wildlife Fund sued them.
Yeah.
Because these people are consistently injuring themselves over and over and over again for people's entertainment.
Yeah.
And they deserve workplace protections.
Yeah, right.
Like people were like being like thrown into glass, like smashed into things.
Slicing up their faces.
Yeah,
like,
wrestlers fucking died. Like people were pushed to continuously do more and more extreme things.
right.
And workplace protections, I'm kind of here for like everyone. I'm not saying that that's worse than racism,
Right.
but I mean like racism is like hatred and discrimination and like bigotry against the other. But like these were his fucking friends.
Yeah.
Like these were the people he worked with and all the people that came after him.
He saw who he was fucking over.
Yeah.
Right.
Daily. And he then would like punch the shit out of them or whatever. So his ex-good friend after this, Jesse Ventura, was actually making really good progress getting a union started. But like when you're starting a union, you have to go to people individually quietly. Because by the time they find out that you're trying to unionize, you need to be part of a united front. Unionized, even. You need to be in union. So he ratted him out. He told, because he was friends with McMahon.
Yeah.
So he ratted him out like a scabby little rat. And this is from Jesse Ventura. When I was in wrestling, I tried to unionize wrestling, and it was Hulk Hogan who cut my legs out from under me. So it doesn't surprise me to see Hogan with the Republicans, because Hogan is as anti-union as you can get, which is something he would later acknowledge was true. Like, he was not a girl's girl. He was known for using his backstage influence to suppress other stars' careers, consistently pushing for his character to maintain dominance in wrestling storylines. So, like, there would be a new wrestler and they have to win some.
Right.
Like, if there's like a whole competition, someone other than him needs to win at some point. But
Right.
he didn't want that. He always wanted to come out on top. And if he did lose, he never wanted it to be like a serious loss. Like, maybe the person was like a cheater or like...
His character clearly wasn't the baby face, though. Was he a heel or was he something else? Because a heel has got to lose more.
I don't know any of these terms. Well, I know heel, but what the fuck's babyface?
Babyface, Dwayne The Rock Johnson was babyface, where like a handsome kind of guy is like the hero.
Oh, okay.
Was like, so I guess like his character had to be a hero a lot if he's winning all of these. Because like, again, heels still win sometimes, but
I
they're
started
supposed to
looking
lose more.
through. There was like so much information about all his little matches and all the ways that he fucked over other people and all the like interpersonal drama. And I was like, this has a lot to do with wrestling.
And I don't want to know.
Which means it has nothing to do with me. Feel free to leave in the comments if you're like a disgusting person
Yeah.
who watches wrestling.
Tell me what his character archetype was, if he had one. He surely had one. Because they're like commedia dell'arte characters.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, I know what that is. In 1996, Hogan was accused of sexual assault. There's
Sounds about
basically no information about this anywhere, which is very weird.
Yeah.
According to the Reddit transcript of an issue of Wrestling Observer Rewind from March 17th, 1997, the incident allegedly took place the night of the first of a series of tapings at the Mall of America in Minneapolis. The woman claims she was helping Hogan to sell merchandise for his Pastamania restaurant.
Okay.
It's-
I would eat at Pastamania. I would
You
absolutely
have
eat
to
at
admit, Pastamania, objectively hilarious.
Yeah.
And she went to go deliver the leftover merch to him at his hotel room after the show. And she says that while in the hotel room, he forced her to perform oral sex. He denied it, of course, and sued the woman and her lawyer for extortion. And the woman filed a countersuit against Hogan. That's the last thing I could find about it. And I couldn't even find...
If
There was
they, like,
only the
settled
Reddit post. That's it. A Reddit post documenting old, like, wrestling magazine articles. And it wasn't even, like, the feature of it. Like, did you know? Like, it was
No,
just a
like,
full
in the
transcript.
magazine.
Yeah. I could not find anything else about him being abusive to anyone else other than Hogan's daughter, Brooke Hogan, has claimed her childhood was very abusive, both by Terry and her mother, Linda. Linda sounds unhinged as hell. But we'll wait for her to die before we say anything about that. But I want to end it with a quote from Brooke Hogan, because she actually knows him, unlike
Right.
me. I've been extremely verbally and mentally abused since childhood. Sadly, it would frequently turn physical, and sometimes it's not by the person you would assume. Abuse comes in all shapes and sizes. This vicious pattern has robbed me of any sense of self-esteem or confidence I've been trained to pretend to have. Up until adulthood, I've received berating and vile text messages, verbal, public reamings with unbelievably hurtful words said to me that cannot be forgotten. I've been asked to defend poor behavior to the public and have done so out of love, only to find I was misinformed, manipulated, and lied to. Still to this day, I face constant ridicule for those poor decisions of others. My family is very skilled at war. I so badly wanted to see the good in them, protect, help, and start anew, just to be disrespected again and again. I longed for a normal family, but it never came to fruition. Which, like, she was in the spotlight too. The whole family was involved. Like, everybody was dragged in. I think she even wrestled for a bit. I might be making that up. But the having to make excuses for his behavior and follow the party line and being like, no, my dad's not a racist. Like,
Especially when he and your mom are abusing you at home.
yeah. So anyways,
Rest in piss.
this is the only abusive drag queen that has ever existed. The rest are all perfectly innocent. So yeah, that's Hulk Hogan. That's Hulkamania Hogan.
Glad he's dead.
Me too. And he's dead forever. Unlike me, who will live forever. Cut this clip and put it in the episode about how I'm dead.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm Kaylin Conrad. You can find me on Blue Sky as @Kaylin, because I signed up on like the first day of the platform. And @Kaylin Conrad everywhere else.
I'm Hoots. You can find me on Twitter at Punished Hoots. You can find me on Blue Sky at Hoots. And you can find me on YouTube, where I make YouTube videos.
Yeah, and if you want to suggest someone for us to cover, you can do that over on our Patreon or on our YouTube members. You can suggest someone in the suggestion cemetery, and then because you're paying us, we'll probably do it.
Eventually.
Yeah, no, not right away.
Not right away.
No. In a couple years, assuming you're still a patron. The second you cancel, that name's off the list. I'm sorry. Like a cemetery, you only get to stay as long as you're actively paying. And if you want to see the morgue, which is where our after episode shit talking goes. We do an episode autopsy for every episode, or like for Manson, that's like a 3-parter. So we're doing one.
Yeah.
We're going to listen to some of his music, which I think will be cute. You can come find it there. And they're really cute. That way you get an episode every single week. Because they come out on opposite Mondays. 5 stars or more. Spotify. Please, we're dying.
6 stars.
6 stars. Okay, between 5 and 6 stars. Between. Not starting at 5, ending at 6. Like 5.7, 5.8 is perfect. Yeah, I guess that's everything.
Yeah.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
It's time to respect the dead. It's time to respect the dead.